All the haters come out to play. All the shit talkers with something to say. We see you talking shit from back, bitching every day about this or that. Crying all day, crying all night, acting like hard ass, trying to fight, blow hard, ego-driven lunatics. Suck my dick. Disrespectful ass clown. Suck my dick. Bitchy little gas hound. Suck my dick. Always the runaround. Suck my dick. Get your head out your ass. Suck my dick. Get to the back of the class. Suck my dick. All these motherfuckers will soon show that they are up. Meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. Gonna get exposed. Down at Meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. Gonna get exposed. Down at Meme-alos. Buy my shit or don't, I don't care. Fuck you, find me, you won't dare. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm only full of it. Hey, that would make a great magnet. Fuck you guys, I'm sitting this year out. You can find me with Donald, Goofy, and Mickey Mouse. Peace, I'm out. You're a meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. Gonna get exposed. Down at Meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. Gonna get exposed. Down at Meme-alos. Don't make fun of me, that's defamation. I'm screaming fuck Meme-alos out of desperation. Fuck the meme lord, fuck the board, fuck this group. I'm taking you up the court, I'm filing a suit. I'm taking names, you will be God. I have no soul, I'm merely a robot. You're a meme-alos. You're a meme-alos. Gonna get exposed. Down at Meme-alos.
What up, motherfuckers? We are back again. Monday night Meme-alos. As always, Tanis, what? How are you, sir?
Good, you?
I'm all right. Tony was just in the queue, but I don't know what happened. So we'll give him a few minutes.
All right.
How did you enjoy the giveaway?
It was cool. It was cool. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna be working my ass off till Friday, so I won't be able to ship my stuff till Friday. But I promise everybody Friday they'll get shipping.
Oh, that's cool. I got mine's all done. I got it all done. I didn't want to wait around. So.
Yeah, I don't have a machine at home, so.
Man.
And I live in a small ass town.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully the audio works. Mr. How are you today?
What up, man? How y'all doing?
How you doing, sir?
Sorry, it was like trying to navigate around on this fucking phone, bro.
No, that's
Just
cool.
like
it wouldn't be it wouldn't be alive without some technical difficulties. So
right, of course, no, 100%. You know,
we appreciate having you here a lot. So thank you very much.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. You know, that's the thing is, you know, getting word around and, you know, being able to talk to people and, you know, I've been around a long time and I really didn't do interviews or anything like that, but here lately I have been, you know, so.
I truly appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. You know, when you reached out to me, he's like, what do you want? I'm not used to all that shit, man. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it for fucking free. I ain't trying to make no money off nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I greatly appreciate that, man.
So it's nice meeting you. I'm Micah. We have a Facebook group called Meme-alos.
I've been checking it out. So.
Yeah, so it's just a silly, fun group. Started with 23 members. back in 23, and so yeah, we thought we'd start a podcast to interview our members, and now we're trying to branch out and get some different types of guests. And I'm a huge wrestling fan, so is Tanis. So this is a great privilege. So thank you.
Nah, it's an honor for me too. So it works both ways. Because if there wasn't no guys like y'all, there'd be no me, and if there was no me, there'd be no guys like y'all. So
thank you.
It works both ways.
Yeah. So what have you been up to lately with wrestling or anything you want to talk about?
Man, yeah, man. I got a place down in Jeffersonville, Indiana, Grindhouse Pro Wrestling Academy. We train people there. You know who Billy Starks is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I trained her. Hollywood Haley J. I had more success with the girls, than I have with guys. But Hollywood Haley J.
Yeah. What do you think about her doing the slap fight?
I think it's awesome, man. Think about it. You get 10 grand if you win, 5 grand if you lose. Look, Facade. You know who Facade is? Facade lost twice, but he still made 10 grand.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I watched that one, and then I just watched Jake Hager just get his ass dumped.
Right, that guy that slapped him. Fuck, what is his name?
He was in TNA,
and plus he's from Louisville. Shira, his name's Shira, and Shira worked for OVW, and nice guy. So good for him, man.
Sorry,
he got the shit slapped out of him last time he fought.
yeah, that was KO. Oh yeah, what you were saying? You trained Hollywood Haley J. and
Billy Starks, and I got a training school down in Jeffersonville. We run shows once a month. The fourth Sunday of the month, and we start at 3:00, and we're usually done by about 6. And we cater to the kids, man. And
that's pretty awesome because I'm in Cave and Rock, or I'm right by Cave and Rock, and I just recently learned about your wrestling school, so I'm gonna start coming out there. Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, fucking miss old Cave and Rock.
Yeah. Oh,
we still got you.
I think he froze.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Would we freeze up?
Yeah. For a second.
Yeah. So how many members you got now?
On Facebook, we're about at 2,900.
Okay.
And then we're almost at 400 subs on YouTube. We just started the channel this year, so
okay.
It's a slow grind.
See, and that's the thing, man. See, like if I would have thought about it, I'd been all into all that shit. I'm so old that fucking floppy disks were the shit. Before all this shit hit. You couldn't just make a dope ass fucking video reel or something, and send it out to these promoters. No, you had to send VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Slice them up and all that shit. Little bio, and then send them out.
So you're what, like 52?
Yeah, I'm up there.
I'm 40.
I'm up there.
I'm 46, so I'm not too far off. So in Tanis. So
okay.
So we get it. We were around. We were around when we had to tape songs off the radio on a cassette player.
Yeah, right. Yeah, put a little spitball in the back of the fucking thing, and then record that shit.
Blow on your NES.
And I've got what was it called, the box or something like that. That I would get my shit on. They would come on TV late at night, and then they'd have songs after songs. Then I get my cassette player out, and I record what song I wanted. But you had to wait there.
Oh yeah.
Time,
yep. Oh yeah. It was a bitch. It took forever. My friends used to have me make them tapes, and you'd have to wait for the song. And what a pain in the ass. Growing up, I wish some of the things that we have now we had back then. Just the accessibility of some things, but I wouldn't trade a lot of it for anything as far as how we grew up in the 80s and shit.
And that's the thing. Like the kids nowadays will never know what it was like to be a kid in our days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have cameras. We didn't have cell phones. You know, if that fucking cell phone service just fucking stops, a lot of motherfuckers are in trouble.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. If cameras were around back then, imagine like cameras around during like Ric Flair's like heyday.
Yeah, fuck, that's what I'm saying, man. And that's the thing. We're the reason they got cameras. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But
So, are you still wrestling? Are you?
oh
Still...
yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm still active, and you know,
We're
I
gonna
don't know
see.
why.
I was gonna say we're gonna see you next month.
Yeah, yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Nice.
And then you know, I'm picky and choosy about what I do. You know, and for JCW, I'm 100% on board. You know, all these other people that call me, I'll take them every once in a while. You know, all depends how I feel. You know, own a nice, successful lawn care business right now, and I'm trying to juggle everything to make sure that you know, I can get my wrestling in and then stay loyal to JCW, the JCW fans, juggalos, and you know, it's just juggling. So I'm a juggler. You know what I'm saying? And fucking. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm working, and on top of work, you know, I work 7 days a week. You know, and what I mean by that is I only actually my lawn care business. I only work Monday through Thursday, and I'm usually sometimes I take Thursday off, but and then I go wrestle Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, and then come back home, start again on Monday. And you know, and I was in around the era with wrestling when you didn't have to have a job and you could wrestle and make money, and you know, but nowadays you gotta have a job and wrestle. You know,
Yeah.
far few in between. You know, and speaking of my school, I got Myron Reed's one of my trainers. You know, from the Rascals.
Yeah, yeah.
He's one of my trainers, and you know, everything's going good, man. You know, JCW's really taking off. Vince Russo's been doing good. You know, so
What do you think of the new style of wrestling? Like, as far, and when I say that, I mean like a lot. It's, I don't know. For me, I'm more of an old school fan. Oh, did you hear my question?
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
no,
go ahead.
it's okay. I was going to ask, what do you think like the new of like the new style of wrestling, like all the high spots, very high choreographed. There's a
Well,
lot of talented people, but I like the
Yeah.
old shit. So
right. Be able to tell a story, you know. When you're doing all them high spots and stealing everybody's finishers and kicking out and shit, it just, you know, you could do 3 or 4 finishers right in a row, but true fans only gonna catch 1 or 2 of those. You understand what I'm saying? And
you know, they don't mean anything anymore.
no, to me, I'm old school, old Southern, and I learned from Tracy Smothers, you know, and you know, less is more in my playbook. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and in our school, we teach them old school, you know, and you know, a lot of these new kids see Ricochet doing his shit, or Will Ospreay doing his shit, you know, and they're cool to them, you know what I'm saying? But cool to me was Bruiser Brody, you know, Abdullah Butcher, fucking, you know, all these crazy guys, you know, Joe LeDuc, shit like that. That was you know, my shit.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Who are some of your influences?
Bruiser Brody, 100%. You know.
Yeah, I just find when I watch today's wrestling, I just feel like every match is the same, and it's just a lot of gymnasts, and there's like no selling, and I can't get into it. So it's just hard. But I like what JCW's, they're presenting a little bit, you know, different style. I mean, it's still got the silliness, and but they're bringing in some big names, and they're bringing in a little variety.
Like I like Cruel, you know what I'm saying? Cruel, he's a beast, bro. And you know, what we're doing, we're telling stories, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it like this. MLW wants to be WWE. NWA wants to be WWE. Maple Leaf Pro wants to be WWE. You know, all these they're copying WWE.
Yeah.
JCW, we're in our own lane. We're doing our own thing. You know, we don't give a fuck about WWE. You know, we're just telling our stories. You know, our characters, our character work, and all that. You know, that's JCW.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely. So how did you if you could take us back, I was reading up on you a little bit, and I was reading that you got brought in by Moondog Spot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I went out of town with a couple of my buddies, and they was training. And I've never been out of Louisville. And so they was going down and training with the Moondogs, Rex and Larry. And so they had me get up in the ring because they wanted to show Robert something and Jerry. And I forgot what he did. It was either an elbow, clothesline, or something. I've been watching, so I just bumped. And it was like, kid, you're a natural to stay in here, you know. And he wound up training me. I didn't have no money at the time, you know. And they wound up training me for free. And I'm not going to say a full training course, you know what I'm saying? Like from day one all the way up to finish, no. But I worked out with them, you know, four months, something like that. And then after I left there, I don't know if you know who Bull Payne is.
Yep. Yeah,
Bull Payne took me under his wing, and the rest is history, you know. A lot of people wouldn't work Bull Payne because he's mean. My dumb ass, they'd be like, who wants to work Bull Payne? I'd be like, me. You know. And I knew anytime I fuck up, he'd say, okay, kid, time to go to school. That meant it's time to get your ass kicked, you know. And back then, that's what it was. He would beat my ass to see if I'd come back. And I'd come back, you know, do it again. Here.
Sounds like most schools back then were like that. They'd kick your ass and make you earn it. What were like the Moondogs like to hang out with on the road?
Well, you know, I would go to Arkansas to their place. And I really never got to get on the road with them, but I got to see them a lot, you know. What them guys were mean, you know. USWA days and all that, you know.
Did they ever talk about how like Moondog Spot came up with Demolition? Did they ever tell stories about that?
Oh, no. I was too scared to ask them anything, you know. I was there for free, and I didn't want to piss nobody off.
Right.
You know, so I really didn't fuck with them that much, you know. I mean, I would never ask them no questions. I'd just shake my head, you know. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know.
So this was what, back in what, 96?
Like 97, 98, somewhere in there, 97.
Okay. What was your original gimmick or your name? Was it always Too Tough? Was it always? Okay.
It's been the same one. You know who Dave Prazak is?
Dave Prazak?
Dave Prazak.
Prazak.
He used to own Shimmer.
Okay.
He used to own Shimmer, and he was good friends with CM Punk and good friends with the Colt Cabana. You know, he was a Milwaukee guy. And, but the moral story is, so I got booked for a 2-ring battle royal down at USWA at Louisville Gardens. You know, it was my first match, really. And I got in there, and I was really trying to win the money. Nobody sparked me up. So I'm in there, and I'm fighting for my life in there, trying to win this fucking money for real. And they fucked me up, threw me out. Rob Van Dam was in there. I think he was. Rob Van Dam. There was Fonzie was Sabu. But that was like once USWA closed down, and that they had this 2-ring battle royal, and I think oh man, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Fuck, I bought a ring from him. Oh fuck, I don't fucking know.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come. Well, anyway, I did this fucking 2-ring battle royal, and I was really trying to win that money. And they shot me out of that motherfucker. I didn't win. But Dave Prazak was my manager then. And I had a no limit soldier like tank shirt on. It just said "No Limit Soldier," and I had camouflage pants. And I went by Two Tough Tony. And my song I used to come out to Mystical. The man right here, you know.
Yeah.
And then once I went with Bull Payne for a while, I left and went to Joe Bailey's, BBW, Bad to the Bone Wrestling. And I left BBW and went to IWA Mid-South for Ian Rotten. And then...
what's he like to work with? Because he seems like a pain in the ass.
Well, you know, when you believe in yourself and you think, you know, you're untouchable, and you know, and all that shit caught back up to him, you know, and bit him in the ass. I've known Ian a long time, and I'm not going to say a bad mouthing, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he's got fucking people just shit on him all the time. But you know,
I see that.
When I opened up the arena, I used to rent him my building so he could run wrestling, you know, for other guys. It wasn't for him, it was for the guys that were coming down to work, you know, so they would have a place to work, a home in their crab. And, but I was smart though, because I'd make him pay me before he ran the show. So I knew I was getting paid every time, you know, so.
Nice.
But, you know, Ian Rodden's Ian Rodden, you know, you've heard stories, you already know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them bad, some of them good, or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did you get into JCW? Was that with you and Corp? Did you guys go in together?
No. Actually, it was me and Pondo.
Pondo.
Yeah, me and Pondo was traveling around working each other all over the place, and we were setting up in Michigan, and there was this Dan Curtis Memorial, and we got booked for this, and it was the main event for it. We went all out, did our crazy shit. I did the corkscrew, but Val and Jay and them seen it, and they got in touch with us a week or two later. Said, "Hey, we're starting a wrestling company. We want y'all to join our wrestling company." And you know, the tour comes up. It was a national tour, and as soon as we get to Novi, Michigan, Joe comes up to me and goes, "Hey, you want to ride on my bus?" You know, and me and him just hit it off from the very beginning, you know, and became cool as fans. It's like we knew each other, you know, and the rest is history. You know, I've been there almost 30 years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's crazy. That's awesome. What's been your favorite match, do you think, at NJC? I didn't even realize until today that you were Hollywood Chuck Hogan.
No, I was Leatherface.
Oh, that's what it says on Wikipedia. What the hell?
I can't believe shit what Wikipedia says.
No, I know. I thought, okay, maybe.
So Corp used to play Jason, and I played Leatherface. Okay. And it was so crazy. Kind of go out there, people boo me, spit on me, fuck no piss at me. But if they would only knew who it was, you know, then I'd come back out a few matches later. It's too.
Okay. Sorry, can I still hear you?
I think it froze up.
Oh, there you
are. But yeah, you know, I would double down every night on that tour. I'd be a bad guy, then I'd be myself, you know. But yeah,
what's been your favorite feud, dude?
Oh man, I've had a bunch, man. I've had a bunch of matches, and you know, let me see. Congo Kong, man. I had a great feud with Congo Kong, you know, for the belt and stuff. You know, I chased him all the way around. Couldn't win it. Finally, I won it, you know. But we had a great, you know, series of matches. You know, the one really sticks out to me is in Utah. And there was probably 4,000 juggalos, you know, and I won it that night, you know, and it was so awesome. You know, won the heavyweight belt. You know, I won that belt 5 times. I've had every belt except the new one, the Lunacy belt, and that Battle Royal belt, that big ass boy. But that's
maybe it's coming for you.
Yeah, that's the goal, because I want to be a first ever grand champion in JCW. You know, and I think that I put it in long enough. You know, put in long enough hours and time, and you know that should be me. You know, Kerry Morton's knocking at my door, and he ain't been there that long. You know, so.
Have you ever got any? Have you ever done any tryout matches or dark matches for any bigger company like
Yeah,
a WWE? Like you did
yeah,
ECW,
well,
didn't you?
yeah. When we went there, we was going to sign, and they closed down. And then I got another good story. Is Vampiro was on top at WCW, and I was on tour with the Clowns, and Joe's like, "You want to try out with WCW?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" You know, and you know, all the shit I do for a big man, people are like, "Holy shit!" You know, so I in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, I probably would have got some of Ted Turner's money. But I got in a fight outside the tour bus the night before. We was loading up the van, me and Dougie, and some kid or guy walks up on the tour bus, and that's your home, man. You know, it sounds like somebody walking in your house. And I look up on the side of the bus, and I see Joey with Shaggy was fucking punching this guy backwards, you know, rocking him out the tour bus. So I come to the front of the tour bus, and I reach up in there, grab him by the fucking hair, and I rip him out, and he does like a nesty plunge and smacks his head. And then I see some other guy run up, so I punch him, and I go down to wait for him to get up or whatever. This guy starts to get up, so I step up on the curb and punch him, and he falls right on my leg. I break my tibia and fibula.
Damn.
And I had a tryout that coming up night. Vampiro was on top at the time, you know, so I would have got, in my mind, I would have got signed, you know what I'm saying, with WCW. Yeah. And, you know, I was in good shape then. Now, I put on weight and stuff now because I don't care. But, you know, and there's a story behind that too, though. You know, I was nice and fit, and I was getting hurt a lot, you know, and I quit working out. Never got hurt again. Believe it or not, that's crazy, man. You know, and
no, I can see that a little bit. You know, just the constant wear and tear, working out, lifting weights, and then you get hit wrong or turn the wrong way, and yeah, I can see it. But yeah.
But like I said, I never got hurt again. Knock on wood. But you know, yeah. So more of the story was, I know I would have signed with WCW. And the deal with Corp and ECW. Yeah. We went there, and then they wound up closing. You know, Paulie was already selling or closing the doors or whatever. But
yeah, that sucks. You didn't get the chance.
Yeah, you know, shit happens for reasons. So I broke my tibia and fibula. Abdullah booked me for Japan for my first trip. I didn't get to do the WCW tryout, and I got fucked out of my first Japan, you know, through Abdullah. And I spent about a year, 10 months to a year, you know, getting back on my feet, you know. And but after a year, I got back into wrestling, and you know, then I got BJW, I got Japan, you know, it came back to me, so it worked out fine for me.
What was it like over there and wrestling in front of those fans?
Man, they are such good fans, man, and you know, they don't pop for like big moves. They pop for kickouts. You know, so you do a big move, boom, you pin him 1, 2, and the big kick out, and they're like, oh yeah, you know. And they're it's so sacred over there, and it's still like they have it in the newspapers and stuff. It's like you're a sports player. You're a player over there. And just like right along football, they got wrestling. And everything's like in their sports pages and all that, you know. It was really nice over there, man. You know, I got to spend almost 10 years over there. I'd go over 3 months, come home a month, go back over 3 months, come home 2 months, go back over 3 months, you know. Did that for 10 years, you know. And that was like 2000 to 2010, you know. or 2001 to 2010 or 11, something like that. You know, that was the last time I went to Japan was in 2011, 2012. But
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, you know, I had my daughter, you know, and I missed a lot of shit with my daughter. You know, I missed birthdays, I missed Christmases, you know, and I vowed I wouldn't do that again. And then I had a son, you know, so I definitely wasn't doing it again. They tried to get me to come back over, and I wouldn't do it. You know. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
My daughter's 27.
Okay.
And my son's 12.
Okay.
So, you know,
my daughter will be 27 in August. So.
See, yep. then you know,
time flies.
yeah. And it's crazy because what was it, last week or a couple weeks ago? She was like, you know, I still got that box of bloody dollars. You know, there was some match I did, Lucky 13 match, and it's fucking stapling all these dollars, bleeding and all that. And she still had to. She had to be about 6 or 7, 8, somewhere in there when she had them. She's like, Dad, I still got them dollars. I said, go spend them. she's like, I don't want to break them out because people around think it's blood money.
Yeah,
you know, because there's blood all over it.
Just rob somebody.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
So doing deathmatch over these years, I mean, your body must be in some pain getting out of bed every day. But what kind of injuries have you gone through besides the tibia and that injury?
I worked Nate Webb in a glass match or something, or electrified light tubes or something like that. And I cut a main artery on my wrist. I don't know if you can see that, but you probably can't.
Okay. Oh wow.
But I cut a main artery. My eyes still all fucked up, you know. I've been beat up pretty good, but you know, here lately I ain't wanted to do death matches, and I quit wrestling for a while, you know, and I wasn't gonna wrestle no more. I was gonna concentrate on my lawn care business. And Brett from GCW, you know him?
Oh yeah, Brett Lauderdale.
Yeah, called me up. He's like, "Look, we're coming to Louisville, and you got one more in you." My dumb ass like, "Yeah, I'll do it," you know. And I worked John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley, and my tag partner was Manders, so it was me and Manders versus you know, Reed and the Rejects, and we tore the house down. And Brett was like, "Man, you still got it," you know. And then he turned around and booked me for like 2 or 3 more, you know. And I really don't want to do deathmatch wrestling no more because I can wrestle, you know, and I don't want to take a chance of getting hurt. You know, these new age kids are doing all kinds of crazy shit nowadays, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for that 9mm on the pole match. Winner gets a bullet, you know, and then the loser's got to take a shot to the leg or something.
Russian roulette.
Yeah, you know that's going to happen, right? You know, I mean, you can't do. You know, that's the thing with these kids nowadays. They're swinging these light tubes, no selling them, and it's like, you know, I don't get it, man. You know, when supposed to have his weapon, and there's boom, 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 no selling it. But the guy that comes out the next match, he gets hit in the head, and he's got to sell it. You know,
yeah.
Like Pondo used to teach me. He'd say, "Let's bump into the shit. You know, let's do big moves into it. Let's not swing it. You know, and we would make it mean something. You know, we would tell a story with it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just going out there swinging it to be violent and shit like it was violent. The matches were violent, but we would tell that story. You know, and I think that's the new age kids. There's no storytelling in it. John Wayne Murdoch tries to tell a story, and a couple other guys too. You know, but that's what it's missing nowadays.
I totally agree.
You know, and it's in good hands. I mean, you got Dr. Redacted. You know, you got all these new kids, man. There's Little Sicko. You just got so many of these new deathmatch wrestlers, you know, that are just popping up, you know.
Yeah. What hurts the most? What hurts the most, like as far as like thumbtacks or fluorescent tubes or chairs?
Man, it really all hurts. Have you ever been stuck with a thumbtack?
I haven't.
Really?
Janice has.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to fucking take a baseball shot to my head and I'd have nothing but all tacks in my head. It'd be like a mohawk, you know, just fucking chrome mohawk, you know. I wouldn't think about it, man. I don't think about it. You know, you just go out there and do it and entertain. And probably the craziest one, I took a DDT on a cactus. And then every time I'd rub my head like that, you feel the tingling from the fucking the little sticker things, you know. And you had to wait because it would push itself out. You know, anything goes in your head like glass. I've been laying in bed one night and fucking feel a little knot on my head and start fuck with it. And all of a sudden a piece of glass will come out. You know, your body pushes that shit out.
Yeah.
You know. But then I did death matches in a long time, and that would happen, you know.
What do you think the craziest death match you've wrestled is?
Probably the whole ring surrounded in glass, you know. I did a house death match in Japan, and I took a backdrop off the second floor and landed on the ground. I just happened to land perfect, you know. I didn't get hurt. And then, what is his name? He did jumped off out of the second story, and he had a vest made of barbed wire. What is that guy's name? I feel like an asshole now.
Elo Brown.
Ito had a fucking vest and made a barbed wire. That was probably crazy shit, you know. Just working with Japanese guys, you know, and doing strong style with the death match, you know. It's crazy.
What's it like wrestling? I don't know. I have this background, but what's it like wrestling Necro Butcher?
Man, fighting for your life, bro. Necro, listen. I learned how to work Necro. Necro came in from Texas to IWA, and Necro was one tough motherfucker, you know. And how I would get around with Necro, he'd go to hit me, so I'd cut him off and hit him with it. You know what I'm saying? And when he started fucking throwing punches, I would grab something blasting, you know, because he's punching you for real. He would take all that shit, you know, and smile at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this motherfucker's fucked up. But listen, I'm gonna tell you about Necro. Necro could be a politician. He's that fucking smart.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Necro's a very intelligent man, and he's smart. You know, I got to be friends with him. You know, I did a lot of tours in Japan with him. Matter of fact, I did the superplex to the floor with him. I did one in Japan, and I did one here in the United States with J.C. Bailey. But I turned around. What happened?
It was my cat.
Oh, okay. Like somebody just hollered.
I didn't know what that was.
I didn't either. No, it's all good. But so I did the one in Japan with Necro. He goes, "Hey man," he goes, "We're gonna set the chairs up on one side. Everybody think we're gonna go through these chairs, but we're gonna go to the other side of the floor." I said, "We are." You know, he goes, "Yeah." He said, "I'll take care of it." He did. You know, I got fucked up a little bit, and I said I would never do that fucking bump again. But no, and then I worked J.C. Bailey, which Joe Bailey, who I used to work for, BBW, that was his dad, you know, and I watched this kid grow up. And, you know, he loved hardcore. He was smart about it. You know, he was like a Marcus Crane.
Yeah.
You know, he was really smart, you know, and very over, knew how to fucking do shit. And me and him worked, and we was in West Virginia. So I did the same thing, set up all the chairs, and everybody thought all the smart marks were like, oh, he's just going to suplex it through the chairs. And then when JC suplexed me the other way, and we went straight to the fucking floor, the place went fucking bananas. I was fucked up for real on that one, you know, because it was just like a straight up, boom, fuck my fucking side up and my arm. I said, never again will I do that fucking bump, you know. Because I hobbled around for about 4 weeks after that, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth the money I was getting, let's just put it that way. But I didn't mind doing it for JC because I loved the kid, you know, and to put him over. And I thought, what a better way to put him over, you know.
Would you battle with Necro again?
Probably so. I would because I like Necro, but I would bring a stun gun and a 9mm because I'd have to shoot him in the foot and kick his head across the street.
I'm excited they're having his dark side of the ring episode.
Yeah, man. Listen, you ever seen that fucking match between him and Joe?
I love it. It's stiff as hell. It's so stiff.
Yes. I've known Joe a long time too, you know, and I was just like, holy shit. Two of these fucking motherfuckers. Right, you know.
When anybody tells me wrestling's fake, I show them that video.
Yeah, go ahead. When Necro gets dumped off the fucking ring apron to his fucking head, and you hear that motherfucker go,
boom. I want to go watch it now, just thinking about it. It's such a good match. If people watching, if you haven't seen Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe, it's on YouTube. Watch
Go fucking watch it.
It's awesome. It's
better. Listen, it's better than awesome. It's a holy shit moment. You're gonna be like,
yeah.
It'll blow your hair off your head. Okay.
Does he ever break his friggin' hands from punching and like?
Dude, like I said, that motherfucker's so tough, man. He don't know his own strengths a lot of times, you know. And he sorry.
No,
me, him and Corp used to travel a lot together too, you know. And you know, that's something else too. You know, Corp fucked a lot of the juggalos around.
Yeah.
And me and him was really good friends, and I had to quit hanging out with him because of that, because I stayed friends with Joe and Joey, and that Psychopathic was, you know, they stood by me, so I had to stand by them, you know. But I always wonder if he's doing okay, because I ain't heard from him in a long time, you know, and I hope he's doing good, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I think I used to follow him on something. What's something? I think Facebook, I think I was friends with him or something. But I don't know if you can go too much in depth with this one, but can you give me any like big name guys that you worked with that sucked to work with or were dicks to you, or just dicks in general? Can you shed some light on that, or is that, I'm not necessarily looking for you to talk shit, it's just maybe some, whatever you can give me. I love this. You don't have to.
No, I'm trying to think. Everybody I work with has been happy, you know. Man, I'm trying to think, man. Listen, I've wrestled so many people. A lot of people I forgot, you know.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
somebody brings something up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I worked him.
Any
Sabu,
horror stories like shitty
Sabu,
matches,
God rest his. I'm gonna tell you a Sabu
Okay.
story, okay?
All right.
God rest his soul. Me and Sabu are fucking. You know, I got to see him in Vegas. You know, when he did that match with Joe Janela. You know,
What'd you think about that?
I thought it was awesome, man. I thought it was awesome. You know, a lot of people shit on it. Not saying they shit on the match, but how the match got there. You know, but I was working. We was doing these TV tapings every week. Fucking for JCW, and I started working Sabu a lot, but Sabu was getting fucked up, you know, when he had that fucking spike. And I worked him one night and fucking stabbed me right here, almost took my fucking eye out, okay? And I was so fucking mad. finished the fucking match. I walk straight in the back. Don't say nothing to nobody. Walk straight out the back door, and I just fucking take a walk in Detroit. Just fucking walk, because I'm so fucking mad. I want to, you know, I want to fucking hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he was trying to hurt me. You know, and I took about a 15 or 20-minute walk. You know, and when I come back from that 20-minute walk, it was about an hour now, and I had a chance to calm down, but I wanted seriously to do something bad, you know, and like I said, after the hour walk, I walked back in there, and me being a dick, I went up and shook his hand and said, "Hey, great match," you know what I'm saying, and turned around and walked away, you know what I'm saying. Then later on, I talked to him about it, you know, and he said, you know, he apologized and water under the bridge from there, you know. But that was the only time I felt like that he could have took my sight from me. You know, he was that fucking close. And for him being fucked up, you know, but that's Sabu, you know what I'm saying? That's Sabu, man. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, God rest his soul, man. That was my boy. And, you know, that was one time that I was really pissed because I didn't say nothing to nobody. I just walked past everybody and everybody's going, "You all right? You all right?" And I just walked past everybody and just fucking kept walking because I was ready to blow my fucking top, you know what I'm saying? But took that fucking walk, cool down, and come back. Like I said, me being a dick, I was like, great match, you know, but being sarcastic like an asshole style, you know. And then, like I said, we got to talk about it. Water under the bridge, man.
Yeah.
I'm listen. I'm a happy dude, man, and it takes a lot to fucking get me pissed off, or you know, or even if I don't like it, I'm sarcastic. Hey, great match, you know, go on. Because I'm one of them guys. You can go in and have a bad match with somebody. Half the guys ain't paying no fucking attention to your match. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't watching. And you come back and you start bitching about it, then they're like, "Oh, what happened?" You know, and all this. But if you come back and say, "Oh, great match," and everybody just keeps on going about their day, and you know. But I remember there was this guy and he was wrestling, and I forgot who it was. It was Rick. Was it a story that I heard? Maybe it was a Ric Flair story. And the kid was like, "Hey, Rick, will you watch my match?" He's like, "Yeah." So the kid goes out there and has his match or whatever. And comes back and said, "How was it?" He was like, "Man, that was a great match." But Rick never watched it. No, but he just told him a great match or whatever, you know. And that's fucked up.
Have you ever been approached by Dark Side of the Ring to do anything?
No. I mean, what would they do?
I don't know. Maybe they could do an episode on JCW in the future. Just the whole.
They talked about that. Joe talked about that. You know, if they do that, then hell yeah, I would. You know, but I'm trying to think cool. what would be the craziest shits like when we was in I can't remember. We was in Milwaukee when Shaggy broke his neck when he fell off top the cage.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe something like that on the Dark Side of the Ring. You know. And,
yeah. What else was I going to ask? I
got one question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I read a story. I mean, this might be speculation, but I read a story about you and Pondo in Japan that involved a frog with like a statue with a donut or something.
When we almost got locked up.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I forget a lot of shit, man. But if it happened with me and Pondo, it's probably true. You know, the name of our team was like Baka Gajin. And
I read that.
It meant stupid foreigners.
Yeah, I read that.
So anytime we would do something serious or something stupid, that's Baka Gajin. You know, we got away with murder a lot of times, you know. And then like on TV over there, we cuss and all that shit. Oh my Kodos, I'll kill you. We'd say all kinds of stuff on Samurai TV, and they would let it go on through. You know, I don't think they was like captioning, you know, our English into Japanese, but they might have. But yeah, we used to do a lot of crazy shit, man. You know, Pondo's a shit stir.
He wrestled his last match, didn't he? Or is he still going?
Oh, he's still going. Matter of fact, he just wrestled over the weekend.
Oh, did he?
You know, he lives at my building up there where Grindhouse is.
Okay.
He was just here like a week ago at Redneck Championship Wrestling.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. I think I'm thinking of somebody else. So you currently live in Louisville?
Yeah, I currently live. I've always lived in Louisville.
Okay.
I lived in Detroit for about a year.
Do you ever run into Jim Cornette?
Now, I got a story for that too, man.
I love Jim Cornette.
Listen, I like Jim Cornette. He's so fucking wild, and you know, he's got his beliefs, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more of a work than anything. You know, just something to fucking disagree on or agree or whatever. And so me and Rudy, we was in North Carolina. Me, Rudy, and Joe, we went to this wrestling convention, right? And it had and Jim Cornette hates ICP. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know.
They should never be in fucking wrestling. Woo woo, whatever. You know. And we went out and got drunk with Greg the Hammer Valentine and the Honky Tonk Man, and come back, and Rudy looks at me and goes, Jim Cornette and Bobby Eaton's getting ready to do their Q&A. You want to go? He said, I got 2 tickets. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's go. You know, so we get in there, we're sitting there, and, you know, they start to talk or whatever. And they're doing Q&A. The guy's running up with the fucking microphone or whatever. Rudy raises his hand. Dude comes over to him. He goes, I got one question for you, Jim Cornette. Why do you hate ICP so much? You know? And then he just fucking starts going on a rant. And you motherfuckers need to get out of here. You know, this is for people who bought tickets, and we show him the tickets. We ain't fucking leaving. We got tickets, you know. You get into it. He's like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not answering no more fucking questions until these 2 motherfuckers get out of here. So we're cussing. I'm cussing at Jim Cornette. And Bobby Eaton, God rest his soul, he was just in the crossfire. But, you know, we got cussing Bobby Eaton, Jim Cornette, fuck y'all and all this shit. And you know, but anyway, they kicked us out, you know.
That's funny. Bobby Eaton, what a great wrestler.
Yes. And, you know, I'm real good friends with Jamie Dundee, and that was like his brother-in-law and shit, you know.
So I'm actually a cult member.
Oh, look at you. Would you look at there? Would you look at there?
I am a cult member.
Listen, and what's crazy is I tried to get Jim Cornette to come over to my building, right? I was going to pay him, you know. He ain't fucking around. You know? But, you know,
he makes out on his podcast, though.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Super chats and all that bullshit, you know. Yeah, because he talks so much shit.
I find him wicked, and I agree with most of his shit. I bet so.
Yeah. Listen, there's no hard feelings. Listen, I get it. He wants wrestling to be like it was, and it's not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you can believe that all you want, you know, and it is what it is in wrestling, you know. Jim Cornette made a lot of money, you know, the Midnight Express, and you know, dude, he's a wrestling historian, you know, and what can you say? You know, I had fun fucking with him, you know what I'm saying? But there's no hard feelings. Like if I see him walking down the street, you know, well, I wouldn't beat him up or nothing. You know,
you got respect for him.
Yeah, I respect for my fucking elders. I got it. No, I wouldn't fuck with him. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, believe what you want to believe, and I'll believe what I want to believe. That's why everybody ain't the same. You know,
I feel like if he sat down and had an interview with ICP, they'd become friends.
Probably not. He hates him that bad. Probably not.
Yeah, if they had a good conversation, you never know.
I mean, that's only if he starts like an outlaw. What's he always say? Outlaw mud show.
Yeah, mud shit.
Yeah. You know, But he did. Listen, I popped very big. So, my ref Dallas got fucked up at OVW. Did you see that?
No.
One of my kids I trained. So, he went into a seizure.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah. So that was one of my kids I trained.
Wow.
And you know, and
What's that?
and so and he was like, them fucking jabronis or whatever, he was like, they had a fucking EMT at the side of the fucking ring that didn't do a fucking thing, and I did a deal with Al Snow back when COVID hit. I rented him my whole building, and COVID opened back up for Kentucky, and he came back over, met me over at my building like a man. I was charging big money, for I signed a year contract with him. He's like, Tony, I really can't afford both of these rents, I said, well, I'll tell you what, Al. And I was like, I'll tell you what, Al. I said, it's not that about the money. A lot of times it's about contacts, or what you got to have, on down for wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And so what I did is I tore up the contract, but it got like Haley J, Reverend Ronnie, J Mo, a few guys, I got them embedded into OVW that way by turning that contract up, and it really helped them out, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I cut a deal with Al, like, so my students are ready. That's where they got Super Z, Miss Larkin, our ref. I fed him a lot of guys. So I looked at us like a feeder system, not for me, but for my kids, and I got to remember, I got to clip the wings and let them fly, I love to keep them, but I can't, they get so far and then they got to go,
Yeah. Al seems like a nice guy. Is he good to work with? Al Snow.
Did the volume go out?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can't hear nobody.
Uh-oh.
Tanis, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear y'all though. Shit. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't have you muted or anything.
I can see the thing. The volume went out. I can't hear nobody.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, default. What about now? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can't hear y'all. Fuck.
It's strange.
All right, try y'all again.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
I don't know what is going on here, guys.
That's okay.
Y'all talking?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
I know for some odd reason I can't hear y'all, but y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Shit. I don't even know what the fucking hit. Video settings. I don't know what's going on here, guys.
It's okay.
Can y'all hear me? Shake your head.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna jump off and come right back on. I don't know what happened.
We're just like swills.
Shit.
Hi, Swill.
Tannis, did you like your puppet?
I did. I did. I was busy at work today, so
I'm sure. How stoned are you?
not as much as I want to be.
Oh.
The fucking chat's killing me, though. I'll tell you that.
I haven't even been reading it.
Oh my god, it's fucking killing me.
Why?
And they every time I'm laughing, they're like, "Oh, he saw us." And yeah.
What's the cliff notes?
Holy shit! My just went to sleep. You there?
Oh, hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear it?
You can hear it?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know what the fuck
Yeah,
happened.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear. My shit.
Yeah, I can hear
fucked
y'all
up.
too.
All right, I forgot what we were talking about.
Jim Cornette.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking about getting all these people work over at OVW, you know.
Oh right.
And I worked out a deal with Al. I tore up the contract. That was probably a pretty lucrative contract, you know. And you know, sometimes all money ain't good money, you know. But if it helps other people, it's its weight in gold, you know.
Do you have any stories about like shitty promoters, bookers that like didn't pay you, or besides like Ian?
Well, yeah, well that's a long one, but yeah, me and Pondo worked for this guy. He didn't want to pay us our money, so we took every one of his chairs and tore them up, and then started selling them. You know, we'd break them or whatever we did. We started doing spots into these fucking chairs and break them. We knew he rented them. You know, he rented the chairs, so we just started making fucking building shit and fucking tearing them up, and then we would sell them. You know, we got our money back that way. You know, our old school ways, we cut squares out of the canvas. You know, shit like that. Just put a big X in the canvas or fucking cut a triangle out. You know, shit like that. And, you know, but a lot of times that's why they came up with you know, give me half my money up front before I even get there. I used to work for this guy in California, Mr. California, Marvin, and when I got off the plane, I'd say have my envelope because he was very shady. You know, he done fucked a couple of people, but he never fucked me. You know, he'd always have my envelope. One time I was supposed to fly home, and then he couldn't get the flight till the next day. But that was the only hiccup he had, you know. And I just told him, I said, look, man, from now on, if you're bringing me out here, I want a return flight right there with my, you know, coming flight, you know, a round trip, you know. And he would do that, and I just quit going out there too. And then we had this one guy, me and Corp went out to Orange County, California, and we did some matches, and the dude couldn't pay us. So we did a payment plan with him, and he wound up paying us like 3 times our rate. You know, and he would give us money every month. He signed a contract with us, and left us out in California for about a week. But we wound up getting our money back out of him. Yeah, I'm not that interested, man. I'm you know.
This is great. No, this is great.
Yeah, this is awesome.
If you could work with any past wrestler, you know, alive or passed away, or any current wrestler, who do you think you'd choose?
I'd definitely work with Tracy Smothers again, and I'd work with Scott Hall again. You know, I got to go to see The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Yep, it's a great movie.
And we was out in Calabasas filming Big Money Wrestlers. And so we decided to go to the movies, and Scott Hall sat right next to me, and I'm watching this fucking The Wrestler, right? And I'm watching, and I look over at him because that was him. had the world by the ass. When the NWO took over, they had the fucking wrestling world by storm, and he's got all this fucking money, and then all of a sudden don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting right next to him. I'm looking at him like, fuck, that movie's about you, bro. And Scott Hall was such a good dude, man. And
Yeah, what was it like to hang out with him? What was he like to hang out with?
fucking down to earth, fucking, he would never eat hot food. He'd always eat cold turkey sandwiches. And then, dude, he was just laid back. He was a jokester. He liked the prank and bullshit, and we're a gentle giant's what I always said, and I got to meet his son Cody.
Yeah,
Cody's a big motherfucker too, but what a nice kid too, and fucking Tracy Smothers, I'd love to have Tracy Smothers back. It's a great man. He was so fucking smart in this business, and he was one of the ones that didn't play politics game. He didn't give a fuck. That's why, when he was smoking Joe in WWE, he was a family man. He wanted to go see his son, and the girl he was messing with in the office wanted him to go to a Christmas party, and he went to see the son. And he said, "Fuck the Christmas party," So
he could draw some heat.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Oh shit.
That riot. I forgot who was he fighting. It was a riot in the Ville. I forget. I watched that a few months ago.
Was it the one with Malcolm Monroe up in Detroit? Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe and his family and all that?
I thought it was something different.
It might have been, but I watched it. I've seen him do it 3 or 4 times. So.
Yeah.
Like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. You know who Eddie Gilbert is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the best at that. He'd come in being a heel, come back being a baby face, and all of a sudden go back to a heel to come back to be a baby face. He could play him like a yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? He was so fucking good on that mic. Tracy was the same way.
Sorry.
Huh?
I get all excited asking these questions. I have like millions going on in my head.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
What are some other big names, like big stars that you've hung out with that are, if you could tell me any stories?
Super down. I got to hang out with Butterbean.
Okay.
We had him at the gathering. Oh, I watched fucking Scott Steiner and Vader beat the shit out of 2 kids at the gathering. Fucking crazy. They murdered 2 kids, man.
What, like in the ring, or was it outside? Was it
in
like,
the ring? In the
okay.
fucking ring. They just beat the shit out of these kids. I was like, thank God I didn't work with them. You know what I'm saying? But I got to work with the Headhunters.
Yeah.
I got to work with Samu. Samu.
There was a Samu.
There was Samu. The Alpha and Sika.
Yeah.
The head shrinkers.
Yeah.
And then I got to work with oh fuck. And y'all would think they was fucking Barbarian and Warlord.
Oh, Power of Pain.
Yeah.
That's
I got
awesome.
to work with them. Yeah, they
Those
were super
boys
nice
are
guys.
big. And he's still, friggin' the Warlord's still huge.
Yes. I fuck. Like I said, now I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just like, fuck.
Did you ever hang out with the Minnesota boys like Rude and Nord and all those guys?
No, but I hung out with not Rude, but what's the other one for beer money?
James Storm.
James Storm, yeah, that's my boy. Fucking, I watched
you guys getting along.
Yeah, me and James was really good. I watched him chop this guy and knock his shoes off his feet. Oh man, trying to think who else we got.
We're in TNA for a little bit when ICP did their little run, right?
Yes. They wanted to keep me, and I didn't stay because I was helping ICP. You know, I was being a clown and working with them, and you know, Jeff Jarrett when they were signing my checks. You know, Jerry Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett. But yeah, that was fun too. Kid Cash and Lynn Gilberti and David Young.
Disco Inferno.
Yes, yes.
I love that gimmick.
That's the time. That was the time we was smoking some weed in the fucking limo, and I don't know if I should say it, but I mean I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Conan fucking leans in and fucking says, let me hit the blunt. Fucking hits the fucking blunt, throws his back out, and he's just stuck in like the limo. It was funny. You remember that dude Johnny Fairplay?
Yeah. From what was that? From yeah.
Yeah. So at that same time when we was at TNA, right, they was bringing him in, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he was just being an asshole, man. We went to PF Chang's and he was just being an asshole. And Joe comes to me and Corp and he goes, look, if this motherfucker comes to the bar, because we're going to Bar None or something like that down in Nashville, he goes, this motherfucker shows up, we're going to beat his motherfucking ass, right? So I'll be damned. Who walks in the fucking building when we're back there just drinking, chilling? Johnny Fairplay. So we coach him over where we're at in this fucking corner, and we just surround his ass, right? And then he goes, oh, man, you know, a publicist said just to be annoying and be an asshole. He goes, I'm really not like that, man. I'm not like it. Talked his way out of an ass whooping, really. It's like, get the fuck out of here then. But yeah, that dude was super fucking annoying, man.
Almost sounds similar to the Steve O story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What was I gonna ask? Shit. Well, so what's that? So would you say, so starting back, 30 years ago and today, do you notice a big difference with like JCW with the crowds or juggalos? Would you say it's different nowadays, or like, you know what I mean?
You gotta remember back when we started JCW, they was throwing shit, man.
Right.
We'd have this fucking $100,000 match. You know, we'd have all these old school guys, and they was throwing shit, man. You know, today it's more of it's still rowdy, you know, and still juggalos are alive and hype, you know. But back then it was more out of control, and this is more controlled chaos now.
Yeah.
You know, that's like when we used to go to Cave and Rock. You know, we only lasted there how long? 7 years, 6 years?
6 years, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, and turned around and they was like, "Fuck no, we can't have these crazy motherfuckers back." You know, I think when somebody gets comfortable, that's when all the fucking shit, you know, when you get bored and you already know what you're doing, you already know where everything's at. You know, that's why I was glad when they changed the gathering up to a new venue. You know, because then everybody's got to figure out where they're going. You know. But when you already know what's going on, and you know, it's like, you know, you can cause more riot and shit. You make more shit happen. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because I was my first gathering was Peoria, and then I went through the 3 ledges, and I gotta say, JCW at the ledges was the best ever. It was outside.
Nelson Ledges.
What's that?
Was that Nelson Ledges?
Yeah.
Nelson.
Just the way it was set up, like the first 3, and just like it was in the afternoon, and it was just, I don't know, it was just awesome. It was perfect.
I'll tell you what, Peoria is when the fucking cops started fucking macing everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And
they had all the SWAT.
Yes. It was fucking nuts, man. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I remember that, man.
Did you
remember that show? Yes. And I remember the first gathering in Novi, Michigan. ICP comes up on the stage. They start into the first song and everybody just starts fucking bum rushing the stage. tearing up the set and all that, and it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy, man.
But yeah, the Legends were great. That was like the best time for wrestling. It was. It was great.
Yes, this year we got our own little spot again. Like Nelson Legends, we used to have our own spot.
Yeah,
we would do flashlight wrestling.
I remember. Yeah,
Norman Smiley. Oh man, fuck yeah, man. And then I got a story about Nelson Legends because they didn't have that little thing where Burning Man would run around the fucking little thing. Was that Nelson Legends?
No, I don't think so.
Sure, did we have Burning Man there, or was that Hog Rock?
Must have been Hog Rock, because I don't remember that.
I need somebody.
I drank a lot back in those days, though.
Yeah, no, I get it. It was either Nelson Legends, Hog Rock, or not the one in Ohio. Anyway, I was going to tell a story about fucking Bushwick Bill.
Oh,
but what year did we have?
That was Cave and Rock.
Cave and Rock. Okay, so we had Burning Man there, right? That ran around on fire or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Bushwick Bill, bro. Me, Joe, we had this limo golf cart. We took a bunch of people. We went up on like the hillside, right? Bushwick Bill was there. And we're sitting there watching Burning Man run fucking circles around this little island, right? And all of a sudden we hear, help me, help me, help me. We're fucking looking around, can't see nothing. And all of a sudden you look over, fucking Bushwick Bill done ninja'd out on this fucking limb and got stuck. It was scared, getting ready to drop off or whatever. And fucking dude, that was the year that fucking his whole crew left him. Left him there at the gathering, and I think Corp forgot to lock Joe. And Joe said he woke up. Bushwick Bill was at the end of his bed going, and him and his wife at the time, and he was so fucking mad. Bushwick Bill had a couple kids in Joe's trailer while they were sleeping, just standing around, just some old fucking crazy shit, But the Corp forgot to lock the fucking trailer up when he left. And Bushwick Bill got in there. It's crazy. Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
Yeah. All right. I need to ask a question because Gold's asked this like 5 times and they think nobody's reading, but I am. This dude wants to know if do you still talk with Boondocks or anybody on with MNE?
No, I haven't. Dirty was, I knew Dirty, but once, like right when the beef first started or whatever, I would see Jamie and Paul sometimes, and then I was friends with Buckshot, who is friends with them now, but I got Buckshot into the Juggalo world, and I knew Jamie and Paul for a long time, what I'm saying? So when they first signed with Psychopathic. And, it's all loyalty, man, and if my boys are mad at them, I know I'm not supposed to be mad at them, but I don't bite the hand that feeds me, and I respect Joe. Joe's been my friend for a long time, and he don't like the guys, so I can't fuck with them. It ain't no hard feelings, and I just can't fuck with him.
So you don't think he'll ever reconcile with any of them?
Probably not. The way he feels, and if they're wanting to know the reason why I'm still using "Sipping on Down," because that was Joe's song. Joe wrote that for Boondocks. You see what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's Joe's song. Boondocks just sung it.
Well, Joe wrote a lot of guys' shit anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a smart motherfucker, man. He wrote all the Crack Towels, G-Man and all them, Zug Island.
Yep.
That was all Joe,
Yep. What's he like now versus 30 years ago? Do you notice, has he changed much? Still the same?
Yeah,
Same
well,
dude?
I mean, we're all getting older.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to joke, you know, we're going to be 50 and 60 sitting in a rocking chair swinging on the porch, you know, talking about old times, you know, and we're getting there, you know, and we always tease about that. Yeah, you know, and you know, just all the wildness came out, you know what I'm saying? He's settled in, and you know, and we're becoming older men,
Yeah.
you know. So
Tanis, did you have anything else?
No, I had my one question. That was
he had his one big banger, and it was yes.
that was it. That was it.
Tanis is a man of many words.
Yeah,
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about or promote or anything?
No, you know, with me, it's all about family love, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just watch out before you say anything, because you don't know what the next man's going through. You know, just be kind, man. You know, because good things happen to good people, and you know, don't stress about it. You know, I live my life. It is what it is. You can stress about it, but just play the hand you're dealt. You know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's the way I look at it. You know, sometimes you get raw deals. Don't worry about that, because you're going to have many better deals than the raw deals. You know, if you're having a bad time, just think about it. Somebody's having it 10 times worse than you are right now. You know, and just, you know, be humble, man. I stay humble. That's always why I say it like that, is because, you know, I'm blessed, and I don't go out looking for nothing, because it's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen, you know, and, you know, just stay love, man. You know, you was talking about juggalos earlier. What's the, you know, old school juggalos, new school juggalos. We all love the same thing. You know, ICP brought us together.
Yeah.
Think about what the question you asked me about Twisted and all them Boondocks and all that. There would be none of them if there was no ICP.
you're correct.
You know, and you know, it's when you make mistakes, you make mistakes. Sometimes you got to live with them. You know,
And be accountable. Damn it.
yes, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And do I think that Joe will ever talk to Twisted? You know, probably not. You know, because they bit the hand that fed them. You know, and I get it.
It's too bad, but no, I get it too. Yeah.
Look, when he told me we was getting the band back together, I was all excited. Lotus, you know.
Are you into the music?
Yeah. Fuck, man. You know, I got to hear so much shit before it came out too.
Right,
you know, and I've been in the studio a lot. You know what I'm saying? When they're making shit, Joe and Joey. You know, and fuck, I got to do some samplers for them, and I got to be on all kinds of shit. You know. And yeah, fuck yeah, man. You know, he values my opinion, because he asked me, "What do you think?" You know, and I'm harsh, you know, and sometimes I'm brutally honest sometimes, and you know, so
do me a favor, try to get one of them on my show. No, I'm just kidding.
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I tell you what you do. You look up Joe on his Instagram page. Ask him. All you can do is say no, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's all you can do is say no. Say, look, I just had Too Tough Tony on here. You know,
that would be wild. That would be wild.
Listen, and say Tony said that you might do it if I hit you up on Instagram.
I'll do it. I got
Instagram. Is already writing it down.
Yeah, I got Instagram.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious, man. And he's cool like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's in a good mood and he's doing some shit. He'll hook you up, bro.
That'd be cool. That'd be so cool.
But listen, you never know until you ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you don't sit back and say what if.
Right.
Fucking do it, man. I was
Yeah,
even just saying,
I was proud of Tanis for asking you. I was like, whoa, holy shit, where did that come from?
yeah, but here's the thing. And like I said, he's like, I'll give you some money. No, I don't want your money, man. It ain't about fucking money with me. You know, and then I was like, let me ask you this. Who the fuck is charging you to fucking come in and do a fucking interview? Fuck them guys. You know, and I get it. I get it being respectful, and I get it. And some of these guys are going to take your kindness for weakness. And don't sell out like that. Don't fucking give up none of your money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a motherfucker's good people, he's going to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want no fucking money. I'm going to fucking hook it up. We're going to fucking do it. You know,
mad respect, dude.
Respect.
So we
really appreciate it.
Listen, all these juggalos will tell you, man, fucking they get kicked out a lot of times. I'll sneak them back in, or fucking I'll sneak them in. Dude, listen, man, just good people, and you know, I don't look for nothing. What I'm saying, I don't expect nothing. I do that because I want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, it's like that's why everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? I try to be good to people, and I understand because I grew up poor. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, we started this group just with friends and just to make people laugh. And you know, we get called bullies now and then, but we just make it. We like to clown on each other. We do tons of
it's because all the fucking memes you be doing.
Yeah, we do tons of
Meme-alos.
And tons of people have made friends with each other on this group.
Hey, what's your next giveaway? So how do you? Hey, so what's your next giveaway? What is it?
Well, we just had it Saturday.
Okay, what'd you give away?
Tons, like 30-something items. We gave away a Frankenman charm, a Chapter 17 charm, a Fearless Fred Fury charm, clothes, black lights, stickers, magnets, memorabilia, twisted shit, ICP shit, all sorts of stuff. Custom Meme-alos stuff.
So where are you getting this shit from?
I donated some stuff. Tanis did, a few other members. So it's a lot of contributions.
Okay, well, what's your next one?
Well, this was for our 3-year anniversary, so I don't know when we'll be doing the next one. We do them periodically. We'll do little things, like we'll give away like some stickers, magnets, maybe a shirt, something like that.
All right, check this out. Check this out. I got something. Okay, I got something that let's give away to one lucky winner, man. I got an old Boondocks 2 Tuff Tony with the John Deere thing on the front of one of my old jerseys.
You want to do it right now?
What do you mean do it right now?
I can.
How many people we got watching?
It says 18.
All right. So everybody's on here at 18. Out of them 18 people, I'm gonna pick out. Are they numbered?
Well, what I can do, what I was going to do is go through the chat, and I was going to set up a wheel and just spin the wheel, and it will pick one at random.
All right, do that.
All right. Tanis, you have a job to do.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna hook up some fresh shit, some shit that they probably never seen.
All right, we appreciate that.
All right, so we got Pumpkin.
Shonda.
Dina.
Yep.
David Gold.
Yep.
Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Ryan.
I can't understand you.
Brian.
Brian,
aka
Oh, Ron.
Abby.
Okay.
Megs.
Didn't catch that.
Megs. MEGZ.
Oh, Megs. Let me
Billy
look at All right, let's see here. We got who's Big Titty Vapor? Billy Hines, Kayla.
Raggedy. D Mike.
Okay.
Slow.
Okay.
The Dastardly 5.
I don't know who that is.
Big Nip.
Charlie Pixie. Who else?
Chelsea is Big Titty Vapor.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, that's right.
Who have I missed? Onyx.
Onyx,
Don't forget me, motherfucker.
Tanis. Let's see. We got Rashonda, Gina Gold, Ron, Abby, Megs, Billy, Kayla, Raggedy, D. Mike, Swill, Charlie, Pixie, Chelsea, Onyx, and Tanis. Who else?
Big
That
Nip.
sounded like 14 or 15.
Anybody else?
Kamikaze Clown.
That's Onyx. Anybody else? Last call.
You got Heather,
Last
right?
call.
Yep, we got Heather.
Billy.
Yeah, I got him.
Look at that. The Meme-alos. Wheel, motherfuckers.
Yep. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it. So do you just
Look, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna send something fresh to the winner. Okay, so all I'm gonna need is an address.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have no return address, but I promise you, I will send you something fresh.
So do they just need to hit you up, or?
Well, either that they can hit you up, you can hit me with the address. That,
Okay.
you know, or they can hit me up. Either way, it don't matter.
Okay.
Oh, there's one more. Hold on. ES23546.
I don't know who that is. Who's ES? Oh, ES. That person hates me. But I don't know. I don't know who
Let
they
them
are.
in. Let them in. They hate you. Let them in.
Too Tough. Will you please say hi to Mason? It's a member's kid.
Hey, what's up, Mason? How you doing, homie? It's your boy, Too Tough Tony. And if you don't like me, I'm gonna hit you in the face with this flaming fist. How about that? We're cool though. That's why I'm not gonna hit you, Mason. But you could send me to hit somebody, and I'll show up and just punch them with a flaming fist.
Have you had any scares with that, like not being able to?
Yeah, I've burnt myself plenty of times. You know, just doused too much on there and didn't get to put it out in time.
Yeah, I've seen
But,
some of those matches. That must suck.
Yeah, it's like every time everybody thinks, "Fuck," you know. But my dumb ass, fucking, I'll try to shake it out instead of just putting it under my armpit like I used to. You know, so I don't know, man. And where the flaming fist came from, so I used to have my buddy Rolling Hard. Used to work for IWA. He used to flaming karate chop. And he passed away, so I pretty much stole his move, but I made it mine. Instead of flaming karate chop, I catch my whole fist on fire and punch him. You know, and I tell everybody that I hit it with, just trust me. You know, you're gonna be fine. Except the dude from Chopper City, Ativa. He looked like that Michael Jackson commercial back in 89 when Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire. It's a joke. I was joking, guys. I was joking. But no.
All right.
Yeah.
So we ready to spin the wheel?
It looks like
Y'all ready
nobody
to spin?
Okay. All right. Good luck,
Let's-
everybody. Either hit up Tony, or I can do it, or Tanis can.
Yeah. How we get they just get me an address to where I need to send. Oh, we can't do it like that. But what if somebody else hits me up and sends me their address and I think it's them?
Oh.
So you're gonna have to send me you're gonna have to send me the address to the right person.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a friend request and a message. So
I don't accept them.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right, let me spin it.
Yeah, let's spin this bitch.
Good luck, everybody. Make sure you
Good luck. Good luck.
Chelsea, she loves JCW, so she's gonna be
yes.
Like,
that's what's up. Congratulations, Chelsea. Too Tough Tony's gonna send you something extra fucking fresh.
That's dope.
Tony, if you have some time at the gathering, I'd like to maybe stop by and shake your hand if I could get a picture.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Listen, 100%, man. You see me out, say what's up. You know, I usually ride around or whatever. You know, I'm easy, man. I'm one of them guys that like I fucking hang out, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely love to meet you.
Yeah, no, 100%. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Awesome.
Chelsea, I got something extra fresh for you. Okay, so sit.
Awesome. Did you have anything else, Tony?
No, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. You know, just spread some Juggalo love, you know, and I'm all about family, man. You know, 30 years strong. I've been around a long time, and I feel like I'm getting my flowers today and not waiting for me to be gone before they give me my flowers, you know. And I'm very blessed, and I'm still humble, and you know, and what the fuck else can I say, man? You know, I'm still doing it in my 50s, and I'm very blessed, you know, and I'm appreciative.
Well, I just wanted, I'd like to say, you know, thank you for all your years, you know, dedicated to, you know, doing JCW and for the love for the Juggalos. And so, I mean, you've taken a beating, and you're still kicking, man, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Mad respect.
You know, which brings me to something else. Somebody says, "How long can you still do this?" You know, and I'm like, "Look," till my body says, "Hey, man, what the fuck are you doing?" Or you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna keep doing it until it you know, I can't. You know,
You're living the name. You're living the name. You're true to your name. Too tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tanis and I really appreciate it. If you ever want to stop in again, more than welcome.
Yeah,
can't
cool,
wait
man.
to see you at the
Like,
gathering.
listen, and
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you. Say, look, I had Too Tough Tony on my shit, and he said that you should fucking hit up Joe. So I'm trying to hit Joe up, see if we come on here, man, and just let's do a little interview. JCW, you know, pick his brain, bro. Just all you can do is say no and tell him I said that. Like Tony said, all you can do is say no. Please hook us up.
Tanis, we'll talk. Let's talk before you reach out.
You know,
Let's set up a game plan.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just don't be no fucking hound dogging. Just be on some fucking real shit, man. Just be on some real shit,
Well,
just like you are now.
Tanis will offer him some dick pics, and I don't want him to do that.
Yeah. Don't do that, man. Then you know.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. But man, I appreciate y'all having me on the here, man. And anything I help with, just hit me up, bro, and I'll see what I can do. And make sure we'll take care of Chelsea. Yes. Send me over an address, and that way I can get it out to her.
So thank you again, sir. And
hey, calling me sir is like putting an outhouse in a kitchen that don't belong.
All right, sorry.
Woo!
Thank you, Tony. And we'll see you next month.
All right, bro. Y'all be good, man. Nothing but love. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Brewing up that Mountain Dew, boiling like a crock pot. Deep out in the southern woods and far away from everything. Out amongst the tombstones, cooking up that hurricane. Take a sip of test and then pour a little on the ground. Soak up in that Georgia clay, and now I'm waiting for the sound. 150 years buried deep in the earth's grip. Soon they gonna be dancing when that cool water hits their lips. Made from the mill at a field, cursed by hoodoo. Water from a well straight out of hell, cursed by voodoo. Stir it up, cook it to the point that it evaporate. 173 degrees, boiling up the dead away. Sipping on down, sipping around, tipping up another cup and sipping on down, sipping on down, sipping around, tipping up another cup and sipping on down, sipping on down, sipping around, tipping up another cup and sipping on down, sipping on down, sipping around, tipping up another cup and sipping on down. 100 gallons of that rot gut top stock, ready for the shipping in a heavy Chevy small block. Foot to the floor, riding mean like an outlaw, ducking, dodging roadblocks like boxing with a southpaw. These dark and dusty roads lit by the full moon, coming round the corner, muffler sounding like a monsoon. I got the devil's mean arenas, demons riding shotguns, strapped with a Winchester, case they have to pop one. We headed for the next county on the southern trail. G-man, a revenue hot on my southern tail. Hang out the window, one blast with the buckshot. Need to get 'em off my ass so that I don't get got. Stump, hole, skull, cracker, alley, bourbon, city, gin, wildcat, block and tackle. It's how we do it, how we get it to the next level. Have us hunting bitches down with a pickaxe and shovel. Going off that good shit, hit you like a mule kick. Pick a hater out the crowd and hit 'em with a pool stick. Hallucination, seeing shit, got you climbing trees. Passed out in a ditch like a bitch down on your knees. Don't even give a fuck when the spirits hit your brain. 4 shots is all you need, certified, gone insane. Let's get it crack-a-lackin', one more being for the pimp. And take the jug and turn it up, chug it down and fuck the sippin'.